KrazyRace.com. Check it out. It talks a lot about our culture, about what we do, about rap music, about hip-hop culture, about lowriding, about music in general, about politics, everything that is of concern to brown and black people. And Sal did this, right? At the same time, this book is full of what the MCs have said, what the rappers say about who they are and what they do. And so there's a lot of lyrics in here that I reprint and I talk about. So that's what this book does. It's an opportunity to celebrate the music. At the same time, as Dr. Lanzana said, it's also taking a hard look at what we're saying here. What do we mean when we say rap music? What do we mean when we say hip-hop culture? What are we doing with this music? Are we doing something positive with it? Or are we doing something negative? Are we doing something in between? So this book hopes to do that, and it's my word at the same time. This is what I say, young man, young Mexican American from Raton Nuevo, Mexico, small town. About anybody heard of Raton Nuevo, Mexico? Nobody? No, it's not surprising, right? 8,000 people in this little town, you know, it's about my experiences. It's about how I, like Professor Lanzana said, it's about how I love hip-hop and how it influenced me, and why I'm a professor at the Chicago State University today. So it's in part my story. But it's also important that, what I really wanted to tell you guys, it's important that we tell our stories. It's important that we become well-read and well-spoken so we can tell our stories, because for far too long, people of Mexican descent, Latinos, black people, other people of subordinate ethnic groups, minorities, have not been able to tell our stories. We've been denied that opportunity to tell our stories. Other people have said, this is who you are. If we look in the movies, we see there's over 100 years of people telling us what a Mexican is, or what a Latino is. Right? We haven't had that opportunity as much, and it's time that we get that opportunity. Right? So all of you, tell your stories, let your voices be heard. This is my story, because we all have a story to tell. We don't want to let those folks tell us who we are. We've had 100 years of Hollywood stereotypes. We've had 50 years of television stereotypes. What it is to be a Mexican or a Puerto Rican. What it is to be a black man today or a black woman today. And it's time that we told our stories. And this is the beginning of that for me, is to tell my story at the same time that I get to tell the stories of a lot of other folks and introduce you guys to some really good stories. And in that spirit, we continue to want to help people tell their stories. So Krazy Race over there and I have put together a book of poetry of young people who are poets, and they sent us the poems, and we're getting ready to put that book out. We don't know when. As soon as we get all the legal stuff straightened out, we're going to have that book. We want to continue to do that. So if there's any poets out there, send us your poetry. Say, tell us who you are. Speak loud and clearly to us and say, this is who I am and this is my story. Because your stories are important. We have to, at the same time that I want you to tell your stories, I also want you to develop your craft, whatever your craft is. If it's storytelling, if it's rapping, if it's music, if it's dance, whatever your craft is, do it well. There's no reason to do anything poorly today. There's too much to risk. We have to work hard and develop our voice, develop our craft and our art, whatever that is. So that means working hard. It may be fun. It may be fun to make music and to dance and do all these other things, but to perfect it takes a lot of hard work. It takes discipline. It takes a lot of conviction. You have to be serious. Why are you doing what you're doing? At the same time, it takes education, right? Come to CSU and get that education, or wherever it is you want to go, to develop your craft and develop your voice so that we can hear you, so that no one else is telling your story, but you are telling your story. And do that with justice in mind. Tell your story that's going to help people. It's going to be uplifting to people. That it's going to do more than talk about what you have and what you want to get. But tell your stories with love in mind, with justice in mind, with correcting the wrongs of our society in mind. At the same time, take pride in ourselves. Walk tall. Take pride in your work, whether it's sweeping the floor at home, doing the dishes, or writing your rap, doing your music. Take pride. Do the best job you can do. One of my sons is down here in the front row, and you ask him, I tell him this all the time. Do your best. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're cleaning the toilet, right, Malik? Do your best at cleaning the toilet. Right? If you're doing your martial arts, right, Malik? Do your martial arts. The best you can do. No reason to be lazy, no reason not to do your best, because they're already telling us that we're not good enough. So we have to correct them and show them, right? So it's not just enough to talk, oh, I'm the baddest so-and-so that's around, right? But you must show and prove. You must prove that you are and that we are, right? Why not do your best? And we will help you. You will find adults out there who are going to help you. At Chicago State University, there's plenty of us who are going to help you do what you need to do and accomplish what you need to do in life. But you got to want it. You got to want it. And when you find somebody who has written a book, who puts out CDs, or does anything else, they've worked hard. It's never easy. Play basketball, play football, whatever you do. When you're at the top of your game, it's because you've worked hard and you've got discipline and you've got somebody there who's been mentoring you. I'm not going to talk too long because I want you to hear this great artist from Los Angeles, Krazy Race. I want to just say the last couple of things. If your stories are honest and your stories are sincere, they will uplift people. People will resonate with them. They will feel what you feel and understand what you feel. When I told a little bit of my story in this book, and people all the time tell me, that sounds like my story. It's the same kind of story. Right? They didn't have the opportunity to tell it, but I get to tell it for them. So when you tell your story, you're going to be telling somebody else's story too. So do it well. Your stories will uplift and empower people. People will be inspired by your stories because it's their stories too. And stay away from doing harm. Right? Cut all that garbage out. Do what's right. Right? Every time you step out of your house, inside your house, including with your stories. Because you know all these guys that are on the radio, right? Who are they? Who's on the radio right now? Who you like? Say it again. Lil Wayne. Somebody said Bobo? What? No, you didn't say Bobo? Sorry. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. What's Lil Wayne doing? He's smoking. What else is he doing? What's Lil Wayne doing? Is he uplifting people? Is he doing good? Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Right? He's not a good role model if he's not doing well. I'm not saying he is or isn't, okay? But if you believe he's not doing well, don't buy it. Don't support him. Be uplifting. And we're going to listen to an artist right now that is very uplifting. An artist who is concerned with justice and concerned with doing right for brown and black people. And these are the kind of people we need to support and use as our role models. Because the Lil Waynes of the world and what's his name, 50 Cent? I know his name. 50 Cent and some of these other characters. What are they saying? What are they doing? What are they about? Let's be about something, right? It's all good. You can go dancing to it and everything else like that, right? Everybody loves to do that. But at the same time, what are they saying? How are they inspiring you? What are they doing for their community? And if the answer is nothing, then we have no business with them. We have no need for them. And that's what I want to say to you too. When you tell your stories, make sure you're about something. Make sure you're doing the right thing, because everybody has a story, and I want you to come to my classes and want to help you learn how to tell those stories. Right? So whenever you guys decide to come to the university, come see me. Come see me. Science 228. That's my office. Okay. Come see me, and we're going to get you on the right track. But now it's time to listen to some good music. Everybody ready for some good music? Some real hip hop, okay? It's not this radio stuff that the man wants you to hear. This is some real hip hop with some real serious messages, but it's at the same time it's good music. It's good artistry, okay? I met Krazy Race just recently, but I've known him for a long time. I've known him through his music. And we, like I said, we collaborated on some projects together. And he is the head of Realism Records, a small recording company that is about something. It's uplifting. It's telling good stories, stories you wouldn't hear anywhere else. He has out 2 CDs, right? 2 CDs. 4 CDs, all including the early ones. Realism Records has a couple of guys you got to check out. Thief Sicario, Mike MC, and then Krazy Race himself, and then there's a compilation that's great, and there's more coming. There's DVDs, T-shirts. Check it out after the show. But first, hear him, listen to him, enjoy yourselves, get up, because it's about being up. It's not about sitting in the seats today, okay? It's about getting up. And are we ready? Ready to hit it? Everybody, this is Krazy Race from Los Angeles. Welcome him to Chicago, all right?
Check, check. I want to thank you for the welcome, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? It's my first time here in Chicago. It's a beautiful city. Chi-Town's greatest. Where we at? I want you guys to make some noise for Chicago, first and foremost. How about we get up out of the seats and make some noise one time? Let's do that. Let's stay there, because this is a hip-hop show now.